Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, respected students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the company of nature while staying safe at your homes. In addition, you are also studying your coursework so that you may successfully be promoted to next semesters. Today I am in front of you with a new lecture on Punjab Government Servants Benevolent Fund. This lecture is very important as it concerned with the funds or amounts that are delivered to the sons and daughters of Punjab governments regarding their scholarships, their marriage and other assistance. So let us see the learning objectives of the lecture. After the completion of lecture, you will be able to define benevolent fund and its constitution. Write the conditions of eligibility of benevolent fund. Explain the utilization of benevolent fund. Tell the powers of board of management. Write the categories in assistance of benevolent fund. Find or fill the forms concerning the benevolent fund in different categories. Mention the projects currently running under benevolent fund scheme. Here is the outline of the lecture. The title, extent and commencement, definitions, funds, utilization of the fund, accounts and audit, constitution and powers of boards of management, powers to recover rents and lease areas of land of revenues, protection of action taken under this ordinance, and power to make the rules related to benevolent fund. Title, extent and commencement. This ordinance may be called the Punjab Government Servants Benevolent Fund Ordinance 1960. It shall apply to all government servants as hereinafter defined except any class of government servants from the operation of this ordinance. It shall come into force on such dates as government may by notification appoint. Terminologies used in the lecture related to benevolent funds. Family. Family is defined as in relation to a government servant, means his or her wife or wives or husband as the case may be, legitimate or stepchildren less than 12 years old dependent on him or her, legitimate or stepchildren not less than 12 years old if residing with and wholly dependent upon the government employee, parents, sisters and minor brothers if residing with the government servant and wholly depend upon him or her. Government servant means a person who is a member of civil service of government of the Punjab. A person holds civil post in connection with affairs of the province. Fund means Punjab Government Servants Benevolent Fund. It consists of gazetted government servants and non-gazetted government servants. It consists of compulsory contribution recovered from government servants at prescribed rates, grants from time to time made by the government, other contributions and donations, income from investments made under this ordinance. Utilization of fund. The fund is utilized for the relief of government servants and their families by giving financial assistance to families of deceased servants, giving financial aid to government servants invalidated out of service, making special grants to government servants in exceptional cases, defraying expenditure incurred in respect of management of the fund. Accounts and audit. All contributions recovered under clause A of subsection 3 of section 3 shall be deducted at the source from the salaries of government servant concerned. The Accountant General Pakistan shall be responsible for keeping the accounts of fund. Audit of the assets and expenditure from the fund will be conducted by such authorities as may be prescribed. Constitution of Board of Management. Government shall constitute the following boards of management. Provincial Board of Management for gazetted officers in which at least one female officer in BPS 19 or above. The Provincial Board of Management non-gazetted employees which shall include at least 33% women. District Board of Management for each district at least 33% women. Secretariat Board of Management at least one female officer in BPS 19 or above. This is the constitution of Board of Management at provincial levels as well as at district-wise level. Now, what are the powers of Board of Management? The Provincial Board of Management for gazetted officers shall be responsible for management of fund and have the powers to invest money credited to the fund to incur expenditure. Provincial Board of Management for non-gazetted employees shall be responsible for management of the funds and have the powers to invest money credited to the fund and to make allocations to the District Board of Management. The District Board of Management shall be issued by Provincial Board of Management for non-gazetted deal all fund matters except it concerns non-gazetted servants serving in the Punjab Secretariat and shall have power to sanction expenditure from the allocation made to it. The Secretariat Board of Management shall deal with the fund as it concerns the non-gazetted government servants serving in the Punjab Secretariat and shall have the power to sanction expenditure from the allocations made to it by that board. Powers to make rules. Government may make rules for bringing into effect the provisions of this ordinance. And now we see how Benevolent Fund assists employees government of the Punjab. The first one is concerned with the assistance to widows. Provincial Benevolent Fund boards provide assistance to widows or relatives of the deceased Punjab government employees as different grants, for example, scholarship, marriage, funeral, monthly and farewell. Their cases are processed at priority basis and Secretary Funds takes personal interest in readdressing their grievances, if any. Amendment in rules. Provincial Benevolent Fund Board management is making amendment in the existing rules of Provincial Benevolent Fund Board. A major drive for amendments in the Ordinance 1960 and rules in order to make more convenient and beneficiary oriented. The rates of various grants are being raised with easier procedures. Renovation of Al-Falah building. Al-Falah building is the major asset of the board. This historical building was in shambles as no major work was done since its construction in 1960s. The present administration is now focusing on restoring the building's magnificence. This building is located at the Mall Road, Lahore, near Provincial Assembly. The next one is scholarships. Provincial Benevolent Fund Board invites applications on prescribed form for grant of educational scholarship through publication in the newspaper each year. Educational scholarships. Current rates for award of educational scholarship granted to the children of servants per annum are as under. For gazetted officers' children, primary to matric level 5,000 rupees. For FA, BA and equivalent level 14,000 rupees, and for MA and equivalent level BDS, MBBS, BSc Engineering, DVM, BSc Honors, Agri, B Pharmacy, MPhil, and for PhD level studies, the children of gazetted officers may apply for the study scholarships, and the amount awarded to them 16,000 For non-gazetted officers' children, primary to matric level 1500, FA, BA and equivalent level 3000, MA and equivalent level BDS, MBBS, BSc Engineering, DVM, BSc Honors, Agri, B Pharmacy, MPhil, and for PhD students 6,000 rupees amount is awarded in the form of scholarships. A special scholarship is awarded to high achievers securing 90% or more marks in exams metric or above, are awarded 50,000 rupees instead of normal rates. Here is the form for Punjab Government Servants Benevolent Scholarship Fund. The students may retrieve the form from the websites of Benevolent Fund Punjab and can fill it verified by the head of the institution and sent directly to Punjab Government Fund Scholarship Scheme, Al Falah Building, Lahore, or at district level office of the fund. The next is for marriage scheme. Gazetted officers' children to a government servant while in service and for 15 years after his retirement, an amount of 40,000 rupees is awarded for the marriage of employees' sons or daughters. To the family of retired government servant in case his or her death occurs within 15 years of retirement for the unexpired period of 15 years from the date of retirement, an amount of 50,000 is awarded for marriage. To family of government servant who dies in service with no time limit to an invalidated retired government servant, an amount of 50,000 is granted for marriage of employees' children. For 15 years from date of retirement, in case of death within 15 years of retirement, to his or her family for unexpired period of 15 years from date of retirement, an amount of 50,000 rupees is awarded as grant of marriage to the servant's children. For non-gazetted employees' children, to government servant in service for 15 years after his or her retirement, an amount of 15,000 rupees is awarded. To family of retired government servant in case of death occurring within 15 years of retirement for unexpired period of 15 years from the date of retirement, an amount of 20,000 rupees is awarded as a grant for marriage. To family of government servant who dies in service with no time limit, 20,000 rupees are awarded, and to an invalidated retired government servant for 15 years from date of retirement for 15 years from date of retirement. In case death within 15 years of retirement, to his or her family for the unexpired period of 15 years from date of retirement. 20,000 rupees are awarded for grant of marriage of employees' children. It is noted that for marriage grant, the applicants must be applied within 3 years of marriage. This is the form for marriage grant, and this form is also may be downloaded from website of the Punjab Government Benevolent Fund. This is the verification by the head of the institution. The third one is for death or funeral aid. On the death of family member of a government servant, funeral grant is awarded according to such rates. For gazetted on the death of government servant, 10,000 rupees. On the death of dependent member of the family of government servant, 10,000 rupees are awarded for funeral aid to government servants or his families. For non-gazetted employees, on the death of government servant, 6,000 rupees are awarded. On the death of dependent member of the family of government servant, 6,000 rupees are awarded, and on the death of non-government servants after retirement, 6,000 rupees are awarded for death or funeral assistance. This is the form or application form for Punjab government servants to apply for the grant of funeral assistance. This form is also be verified by the head of the department. The next one is monthly grant. On death of government servant, gazetted and non-gazetted, suppose is awarded a monthly grant at these rates. For gazetted officers, BPS 16 to 17, 3,500 rupees on monthly basis. For gazetted officers, BPS 18 to 19, 6,000 rupees, and BPS 20 and above, 8,000 rupees per month are awarded to spouse of gazetted officers. For non-gazetted employees, BPS 1 to 10, 1,300 rupees, and BPS 11 to 15, 1,700 rupees are awarded as monthly grant. The eligibility of monthly grant: widow or widower do not remarry, and widower does not have an other wife at the time of death. If there are more widows, grant shall be divided amongst equally. If the government servant is not survived by a widow, the monthly grant shall sanction in his family member. Daughter till our marriage or age of 21 years, which is earlier. Son for the period of 15 years or till youngest attains age of 21 years. The children for a period of 15 years or till the youngest male child attains the age of 21 years. If female child 15 years or till her marriage. Parents for a period of 15 years. If employee has no children, the sister youngest in case there are more than one, till our marriage or the attainment of the age of 21 years, whichever is earlier. Brother for a period of 15 years or till the youngest attain the age of 21 years. This is the form for Punjab government servants benevolent fund on monthly basis. This form will also be verified by the head of the concerned institution or department. Now, students, we have completed our lecture concerning the benevolent funds rule. It's time to assess yourself to what extent we have completed or tolerated the lectures. These are the assessment questions that need to be answered in your own words so that you have clearly completed and understand the concerned lecture. The first one question is concerned with the definition of benevolent fund and formation of its constitution. The second one, write the conditions of eligibility of benevolent fund. The third one, explain the utilization of benevolent funds through different schemes. Tell the powers of Board of Management. Write the categories in assistance of benevolent fund. Fill the form concerning the benevolent fund in different categories. Mention the projects running under benevolent funds. I have completed my lecture. I hope you have well tolerated. In case of any query or confusion, you may contact me on my personal IDs so that confusion may be removed. And if any addition or inconsistency you consider should be revised, all your recommendations, suggestions will be most welcome for the next revised version of the lectures. So, thank you. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.